Hey everyone, this side Rohit Pandey, CPC certified medical coder. Those who are watching my channel for the first time, kindly share, subscribe my channel. So guys, sorry. Okay, so guys, you see a guy behind me. That picture is a little bit blurry because I took it from Google and I don't know why it is blurred. And his name is Sam. mm, Sam Becker. I don't know I'm pronunciate it right or not. Okay, so before that, telling Sam Becker's story. Okay, before that, I just want to say that people people in our world, in every part of the world, usually people make parameters for everything. If you are that much tall, so you are handsome. If your skin color is like this, then you are looking cool or beautiful. If your figure is like that, then they just make a parameter. So if you are not fit in that parameter, you feel bad. You feel bad in yourself, and because of that, so many companies took advantage of that and make products like fair creams, and make hair oil, and there are lots of things. I'm not blaming anyone, but usually if we have customers, so you already read about economy. If there is a demand, then they someone will definitely fulfill. So today we are talking about a parameter. So you already saw that topic, leg lengthening, the people having surgery to be a bit taller. So I took this article from BBC. Okay, so I pick out this article from BBC, and you can go and read that article as well. So he is a Sam Becker. Okay, I need to show you more pictures about him. Uh, okay, so here you can see the difference, what procedure he took, and how he, increase his height. I will tell you in our upcoming, minutes. So I'm going to start this. So each year, hundreds of people around the world are opting for long, often painful surgery to extend their legs in a bit to make themselves a few inches taller. Okay, what we usually in every part of the world, people usually make parameters, and if you are not fitted in that parameter, you will go for that painful surgery. Okay, and same thing happening with those people who will go for that surgery. But the complex procedure and isn't without risk, and health experts say some are being left with long-term problems. Okay, but people usually go for this, for that painful surgery to fit themselves to that parameter set by people. Okay, so Sam Becker, you saw a picture behind me. He's a Sam Becker, was the tallest kid at his middle school, but the end of the high school, his peers had left him behind. When I went to college, okay, I noticed in perspective of Sam Becker, he's telling that when I went to college, I noticed that I I was shorter than a lot of guys and even the girls. He says it does affect your life. Honestly, women generally don't date guys that are shorter than them. When we are in our teenage, everyone, we guys, usually when we are in on our teenage, we usually, when there's hormonal change came in our body, we always thought about girls. Okay, how we impress them with our education, with our body, how we will go to gym, to make ourselves perfect. So we date girls. So usually Sam Becker also telling that honestly, women generally don't date guys that are shorter than them. It is it is thought of him. Okay, the hardest thing are sometimes feeling like I wouldn't be able to find a wife. Sam, now 30, from New York, hoped that he might still grow, though in his heart he knew he had reached his full adult height. Okay, and I tell you that a picture behind me, you see on my, my right, you can see a guy who have 5.4 inches height, and after painful surgery, you can see 5.7 inches. It means he just grow 3 inches. Okay, for this, I mean, for 3 inches, he just feel that pain. Okay, he just pay so much money. Okay, Sam, now 30, for New York, hope that he might still grow, though in his heart he knew he had reached his full adult height. I always thought that, I mean, Sam Becker telling that he always thought that being tall and being successful were linked. I had to come up with my own solution. So now question arises, will I be able to walk? Okay, so he went for a surgery. Okay, so I'll show you that picture as well, what happened uh, in that scenario. Okay, you can see that picture also. I'm really sorry for that. I mean, it is so blurry. I just pick it from Google. Here you can see they just break bones, and bones naturally grow. I just tell it in a layman language, so my people, those who don't understand that medical part in in such way, so he can understand, he or she understand easy language. So that part is femur. Okay, femur is like biggest bone in our body, so we usually break it. Okay, so break here and from below side. Okay, so it grows itself, and slowly it connect with that. So by breaking and connecting naturally, not naturally, I mean, we break it and naturally it joined itself, and regularly calcium become made and made, and it connect itself. So Sam researched his option, but was unconvinced by temporary fixes like shoe lift and stretching exercise, when he came across leg lengthening. Okay, fascination took root. Usually, when usually people, those who are bald, okay, and when they first time think, I mean, thought about or see a process which is called like hair transplantation, they feel so much happy. Okay, they thought that there is a solution. Okay, they don't need wig or anything like that anymore. Okay, so same happened with Sam Becker. So when he heard about leg lengthening, that is like fascinating took root. Okay, following a frank conversation with his mother and weighing up the various risks, he decided the answer to his problems lay on the operating table. He underwent surgery in 2015. Okay, going from 5 feet 4 inches, I mean 162 centimeter, to 5 feet 7 inches, 170 centimeters. At my first consultation, the doctor, I mean, Sam Becker, first consultation, the doctor made it very clear how difficult the surgery was going to be. I was concerned about what I would be able to do after getting those 3 inches. Will I still be able to walk? Will I still be able to run? After I had the operation, I was in physical therapy maybe 3 or 4 times a week for a few hours each day. I did that probably 6 months. It was a very humbling experience. It is kind of crazy breaking both of your legs and learning to walk again. It seems as a cosmetic surgery, but I did it a lot more personally for my mental health. Leg lengthening surgery is available in more than a dozen countries. You can see how they break and they it naturally, again grow itself. So here you can see how previously Sam Becker's uh, thighs, I mean that femur part was, and then again they break it, and it naturally built itself, and slowly he just increased 3 inches. So it was so painful and costly as well. Okay, but he took that decision because he want to be fitted in that scenario, which I already mentioned in my first half of the video. Okay, leg lengthening surgery is available in more than a dozen countries, with some patients able to increase their height by up to 5 inches, 13 centimeter. And while it's hard to say exactly how many people undergo it each year, clinics say it is gaining in popularity. The BBC has spoken to clinics around the world about the frequency with which they perform the operation, and the numbers vary. At leading centers in the US, Germany, and South Korea, the procedure is carried out between 100 and 200 times a year. Others, including in Spain, India, Turkey, and Italy, perform between 20 to 40 operations a year. In the UK, the figure is slightly lower, about 15 times a year. Almost every clinic the BBC spoke to noted an increase year on year. And I just need to tell you that I pick up that article from BBC, and all credit goes to BBC. Okay, so if you feel anything wrong with my words, so I can if you want, I can delete it also, but I'm giving credit to BBC. Okay, so I'm continuing. In the UK, it's available at a handful of private clinics regulated by the Care Quality Commission. They charge up to 50,000 pound, while the US the price ranges from 56,000 pound to 2 lakh 10,000 pound. Okay, and in dollars is like $75,000 or 2 lakh 80,000 dollar. The surgery is long and expensive and painful. I already mentioned how far a guy went for 3 inches. So you can see the example over there. The technique was pioneered by Gavril Elizarov, a Soviet doctor treating injured soldiers returning from World War II. And while the surgery has evolved over the last 70 years, many of the principles remain the same. A hole is drilled into the leg bones, which are then broken in, you can see over here that a hole is drilled. You can see in pictures as well. In my left side, a hole is drilled into the leg bones, which are then broken into. A metal rod is surgically fitted inside and held in place by a number of screws. The rod is then slowly lengthened by up to 1 mm each day, extending until the patient reaches the desired height and the bones can heal back together. Okay, healing process is like natural process, but breaking thing is happened by man-made. Okay, the patient then requires several months of daily rehabilitation to build up mobility. The process is fraught with the risk of complications, from nerve injuries and blood clot to the possibility of bones not fusing back together. So I had a 3-inch gap. Someone who understands that all too well in is Barney. He had the surgery in Italy in 2050. Another story you have. So gaining 3 inches in height, going from 5 feet 6 inches, approximately 167 centimeter, to 5 feet 9 inches 175 centimeter. After being diagnosed with a condition that required his legs to be strengthened, we opted to have leg lengthening at the same time. He had been reassured that the procedure could be done together and would not affect his recovery time. But he's been dealing with the consequences ever since. If I was 16-year-old, perhaps it wouldn't have been a problem. But when I had the operation, I was 46. Can you believe? I was 46. He says, okay, my legs were being pulled apart, but my bones never caught up. I had a 3 inches gap, just 2 sticks of bone and a metal bar is between. Benny recalled the physical discomfort he endured during the lengthening process itself. It's like every nerve in your legs are being stretched. He says there are times when you can't escape anywhere in your head from the pain. It is exaggerating in spite of alarming gap between his bones. The weight bearing rod holding his bones together meant Barney was still able to walk, but the gravity of his situation was clear. There was a moment of realization of I am stuck. I'm absolutely stuck. I was fortunate. My family and employer were amazing, but it was spiral very quickly, and you do need a support network. When things go wrong, it goes catastrophically wrong. So guys, I did a mistake. I need to tell you that the picture which I showed you first time, it was not for Sam Becker. It is like he is Branny. Okay. He said, I still have a long way to go to recover. So his name is Branny. Another story. So I'm really sorry for that. Okay. I mistake. I did mistake. I'm really sorry for that. Okay. So cosmetic limb lengthening is limited to private clinic. Okay. So I think it's enough information for you guys.